Welcome to Dream Homes. Today on the show, we aren't touring a beautiful dream home, but that's because we're celebrating the last episode of our season.
That's right, Bianca. We've had a ton of fun this year. We've been to Langley, to the Sunshine Coast, and all the way up to Whistler. So many great memories, and we're going to share some of them today.
That's right, so let's get started and toast this incredible season.
We're not realtors,
or interior designers.
Oh, that is nice.
but we do go into people's homes with their permission.
We're taking you on a tour of some amazing dream homes.
Bianca, we've seen some absolutely impressive homes this season. It's been a lot of fun, and the homeowners are so welcoming. They give us a tour, sometimes they give us drinks, and they even feed us.
Which leads us to our first room. We're going to talk about the kitchen, arguably the most popular room in any house. Me, not much of a cook, but Chef Karen McSherry is, and she told us the #1 thing you have to have in your kitchen. Now we are standing in the pièce de résistance of this house, the kitchen.
It doesn't matter if you live in a studio apartment or you live in a house like this, everyone wants in the kitchen. I come home, I pour a glass of wine, I cook every night. That's, for me, relax.
Well, it's a perfect place to entertain. As you said, you have the living room close by, or a bit of a wine cellar over there, or a wine cabinet. That's perfect.
A little bit of a wino.
It's such a great space for entertaining. You got your friends close by. I could use those 6 burners to make up some food for everybody.
Love the knife collection because as a non-cook, I'm often cutting things that are already made, like bread I've bought or cheese I purchased.
A good boning knife is really essential because it bends like that.
It's a big drawer of knives. I think I'll stay on her good side.
Big collector of copper pots because of all the culinary schools that I've gone to. Big Pete, can you reach that for me?
Oh, yeah, let me get in there and grab it.
If you walk into a kitchen and copper pots are hanging up, whether the person can cook or not, you've got this sort of inflated feeling that you're going to get a darn good meal because copper is the biggest conductor of heat, and tin, it heats your food up, you turn the element off, cools right down, and that's why chefs like copper. Dishes are heavy, you want to see what you've got. So it makes it really nice to just pull them out. I'm a big white fan because food looks really good on white. It's kind of like a blank palette. And then you can close the door and you don't see if they're messy. So if you I kind of straightened up before you came, so that wasn't fair.
And right next to the kitchen, this incredible patio.
Yeah, the patio is great. It's a big space, lots of room for entertaining. It goes really well with the kitchen. You could have a huge barbecue, cook up lots of food. I could definitely see myself having some big parties here.
Might be time to take some notes, Peter, because Karen knows how to plan a great party.
Always food, always lots of food, good music, loud. It's only a good party if the police come.
You know, Bianca, it's hard to believe that Karen McSherry started off as a flight attendant in first class serving champagne and lobster.
Well, Peter, if you can do that well, you can do anything. Now, my favorite kitchen belongs to a couple who live in a float home. And big surprise, they're German. Now, the first thing I noticed coming up the stairs in this beautiful room has got to be your kitchen.
Yes, it is my forte. I cook and I bake. I just love being in the kitchen, and I always wanted a big open space kitchen.
And I love the dark wood that you went with.
Yes, it's called dark espresso. Before we had always everything white, and we just love this dark now.
Now, you originally are from Germany. Are you ever baking up some German treats? Are you ever making some schnitzel?
I do. I make Seelen. They look almost like little baguettes, but you will find them in southern Germany, and I do those.
Well, Iris, you and I have something in common. I love to bake German breads as well. My favorite German bread would have to be the tortilla.
Peter, that's Spanish. One thing that I noticed, also being German, is that you have adorable little Nutellas.
I'm a total Nutella freak, and my husband was at a business trip in Alaska. He came back and he says to me, Iris, I have a gift for you. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking, a bracelet, maybe a necklace.
Earrings.
And there were 7 little Nutellas for every day, one for a whole week. It warmed my heart, and I'm thinking, not a diamond, even better.
Even better.
Nutella.
Okay, don't tell Peter, but Iris gave me one of her coveted Nutella jars. Saving it for a special occasion. Let's talk about your backsplash, because that is very unique. I've never seen that. You know, normally it's just kind of a wall. You have windows.
Yeah, because we thought, you know what, let's not do tiles. The windows are there, they're just awesome because it gives natural light. And when I stand there, I see the mountains on top of the windows and then all the water and the rocks and the lower set of windows. And as I prepare my food, I just watch a seal playing or an otter feeding on the rocks or ducks going by. It's just beautiful.
Well, Peter, that is a fantastic kitchen, and not just because of all those Nutella jars.
That's true, and Max and Iris were just absolutely lovely people. Now, a lot of stuff happens behind the scenes that we don't show you. While we were at their place, one of our pieces of equipment went down, and Max jumped in, helped us fix it, and it still works perfectly to this day.
Great guy. Now we're gonna take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we're gonna reveal some of Peter's finest moments, and they all involve sports.
Welcome back to Dream Homes. Today we're having a look at some of the fantastic homes that we saw in Season 1.
And we didn't just tour the homes, we also got a taste of what it was like to live in them.
A taste, literally. The homeowners often gave us drinks.
They sure did. And Peter, you had a chance to play sports with a lot of the homeowners. And let's just say it was always entertaining, but never that successful.
It's true. All right, I'm feeling a little hydrated now, so let's play some pool.
Sounds good. Your turn to break.
All right, chuck it up.
Oh, didn't go in.
Oh, come on.
Ooh, missed again. It's gotta hurt.
Yeah, not very good at pool. Okay, fine. Beauty shot.
No, didn't make it. Oh, not doing that well, are you, Peter?
That's embarrassing.
Just a little bit. Well, Peter, I think it's safe to say you always put in a good effort.
You know, Bianca, that's all that matters. Give 110%. Remember that, kids.
Anyways, one of my favorite houses was right here in Vancouver, but it made you feel like you were in Palm Beach, and the pool made you feel like you were on vacation. You know, there's nothing that I'd rather do on a sunny day like today than hit the pool, and you have one of those too.
Yes, we do. It's probably one of my favorite part of the house because I love swimming and it's a great exercise and it takes us out, you know. We
You're
get
outside,
to
yeah.
enjoy the sunshine.
Exactly, and we're walking on water right now because you not only have a pool, you have a hot tub.
Yes, a pool and a hot tub. What do you feel like
A
doing?
little bit of everything here.
Yes.
Pool, hot tub, this place has everything. All I need now is a cocktail.
Bianca. Hey, Bianca.
Oh, are we still rolling? So what do your summer parties look like?
We just hosted one last summer and I had about, I think, 150 people in here and I had catering going on in the lower patio here and it was great.
And how many people can you get in that pool?
I would say 30, 40 people, you know, easily.
And you have a whole other kitchen out here.
Yes, we have a beautiful exterior kitchen. Any given day, families coming over, or even just for us, we could put the barbecue on, hop in the pool, enjoy the palm trees, and full on.
Palm trees, that really adds to the atmosphere out here. Nice touch.
It's quite cold here and raining all the time.
It is.
So these tropical trees really add, you know, a lot of flavor to our summer, I'd say.
I agree. I'm feeling much more relaxed already.
Good. You want to hop in now?
Okay. Now, Peter, that is a backyard I could get used to.
And what's interesting about Tariq and Afsana is they actually build dream homes for a living.
And all 4 of their children said they'd rather stay in that home than sell it and go to Disneyland.
Wow, well that says a lot. Now this next room I would way rather spend time in than go to Disneyland any day. So Jim, here we are in your impressive scotch tasting room. There's a lot of bottles here, around 80. What's the value of all that, would you say?
I don't know, probably around 10,000, something like that.
Jim, I like your style. But if I had $10,000, I'd probably put it all into shoes.
You also work in the same room. Do you ever find it distracting having so much scotch on hand while you're working?
No, I have a rule.
Okay.
No scotch before 5 o'clock at night.
That's a good rule to live by. What I really like about Jim is he works hard, but he plays even harder. Now, I'm not a big scotch drinker myself. What would you recommend that we try?
Do you have a taste you like?
A little bit smoother.
Okay, well then
know.
let's try a Macallan.
So what are we looking for flavor-wise in this?
Very smooth, very mellow scotch, no peatiness, no sharp edge. There you go. Give that a go. I'll pour myself one at the same time.
Yeah, please do.
What do you think of that?
That's very smooth, yeah. I can taste the peat in the scotch, and now the scotch is in peat.
Oh, very funny.
Wait, no, they.
Macallan's well known actually as a lady scotch.
I walked right into that, didn't I, Jim?
Nice one, Jim.
Well, cheers. Thanks for the
Cheers.
drink.
You like it?
I do indeed, yeah.
Very
I want
good.
to
Yep.
check my suitcase before I take off from here.
Well, Peter, I can vouch for you. No scotch left the premises.
Right, none. Well, Jim was a great host, and what I loved most about Jim is that he earned everything. He worked hard his whole life, and it all paid off.
That's right. Well, Peter, you found a love for scotch, and me, I've always loved movies. And this next home theater is glamorous and equipped with the latest technology. Now this looks like a great place to watch a movie.
It sure is.
Now what I noticed first, of course, is the beautiful pillars. They're very ornate.
Yes, they're very traditional. We ordered them and we sketched them out on papers well before even the lot was bought. So yeah, this theme was in my brain before I started.
It's really neat that she put her own personal touch on this movie theater. She dreamt it up, and she made it happen.
And also the sort of that old school theater light and the way that you've done that on the wall. Was that something too that you sort of had in mind?
Yes, movie theater lights and these panels that you noticed. Once the pillars went up, we're like, okay, what else can we add to this home theater to make it more traditional? So took out a piece of paper and started sketching some panels, and this is what I came up with.
It's pretty amazing to see how she's been able to use the retro elements of an old school movie theater and combine them with the elegance that you can see throughout the entire house. What does a typical night in a movie theater look like?
Well, a typical night, if it's just our family, then, you know, the kids are fighting with the front row or the back row, as usual.
And, you know, when you're sitting on one of these beautiful chairs and you're taking in a movie, how many speakers are in this room?
Not many, just 7.
Oh, just 7.
Just 7.
No big deal.
No big deal.
Great sound, comfy place to sit. I'm wondering if maybe we should take a little break, maybe catch a flick.
Bianca, wasn't that a Disney movie you guys were watching?
Peter, it was really scary, I swear. Now we showed you some incredible homes on the inside, but after the break, we're gonna show you some outdoor spaces you can only dream about.
Including a barbecue that's big enough to feed the whole neighborhood.
Welcome back. It is the very last episode of our season, and we're celebrating by looking back on some of our favorite dream homes.
That's right, Bianca. Now, something we often see at the homes we visit is an incredible view. Now, the ski cabin we visited up in Whistler was no exception. Panoramic views of the mountains. Let's take a look.
Well, no tour of your house is complete without checking out the beautiful deck here and the views of Whistler Mountain.
Yeah, we've got pretty cool views here. I mean, there's 200 degrees. We're looking at from Tusk all the way to the Wedge Mountain.
And yeah, we could literally wave to those peak-to-peak gondolas.
So we can, absolutely. We should be up there with the snow right now, the way it is.
It's snowing, right? So 20 centimeters.
20
and
centimeters.
we gotta like stop the tour and we have to go do some runs.
Cameras down, we're going.
Excellent. And let's talk about the fact that you've made it, you know, all about the view, and you have these sort of see-through panels. What's this?
Yeah, we took the frame out of the handrail here just to make sure that we can get every piece of the view. I just don't want to miss out on anything that we've got here.
Absolutely, and even if you've got kids running around, this is also very safe.
Absolutely, I mean, these have to be engineered. Yeah, no problem with kids.
Well, I guess it's safe to let Peter on the patio.
Wow, Bianca, what an incredible place to live, especially if you love to ski or snowboard.
Yep, and speaking of things we don't do well, next up it's a backyard in an equestrian community with trails for horseback riding and plenty of space.
Erin, here we are outside with the ultimate entertaining space, and something tells me you like to entertain as well.
Absolutely, and if I can do it outdoors, why not? You have this great coverage, so you can be out here even if it is raining, which it does do sometimes out here in Langley.
Once in a while.
And I mean, if you love to grill.
It's the ultimate space out here. You got a huge barbecue, you got a mini fridge.
Mini fridge outside? Well, that'll save you a couple trips to the kitchen.
I really like these features, these smaller contemporary fireplaces, because they just add that element of coziness, right?
Yeah.
Especially when the sun goes down, you'll want to stay out here, it'll add a little warmth.
The outdoor space is great. It has 2 fireplaces, and something tells me I'd be singing a little bit of Kumbaya out there.
And look at the view. You're looking out to your own little lake, gorgeous view. I could spend some time here.
I think so, and if it gets a little cold in the winter, you got a hot tub downstairs, head down to the bar. I could get used to it out here.
I know.
Now that's one of the homes that you can win through the BC Children's Hospital Dream Lottery. While we were there shooting, hundreds of people came through. It was quite incredible.
Very popular. Now next up, it's my favorite patio. And when you see it, you'll know why. Check out this property on Eagle Island in West Vancouver. What really impresses me is this breathtaking view.
It is a really exciting, wonderful, ever-changing, scenic thing to have.
I can't imagine what it'd be like to wake up every morning and see that view.
There's a lot to look at. It's not just a blank slate of seawater and sky, that there's these houses and boats.
It's a beautiful view, but it has a little bit of action, so there's always something to look at.
Yep.
If I lived in this house, I would spend all my time on the patio. Except the days it rains, I'd probably need a tarp for that.
We're lucky enough in this Vancouver climate that the summers never seem to get that hot when you're by the water, so that it's very easy to linger out here on a daily basis.
Now you have a barbecue out here. I took note of that. Lots of barbecues, summer dinners out here.
You betcha.
The fact that there's a built-in barbecue there, great view, close to the kitchen, perfect spot.
Mentioned you're not much of a cook, but how are you out on the barbecue?
Hopeless.
Now, before we shot that last episode, I'd never heard of Eagle Island, and it's hard to believe that it's only 30 minutes away from downtown Vancouver.
That's right, Peter. It was just one of the hidden gems we discovered while we were shooting the show.
Just like this next place we're about to check out, an English manor in Gibsons that looks like it was plucked right out of England.
Wow, Peter, this backyard is beautiful.
Absolutely incredible. Not your average backyard with 53 acres, and we've got a lot to explore, so let's check it out. Well, this must be the pond we were told about.
This is beautiful. Fancy a boat ride?
I do indeed. Let's hop in.
Peter, these paddle boats are much more strenuous than I thought.
No, I thought it was supposed to be relaxing, but hey, oh, check it out. It looks like Jim set a little something up for us over there.
Wow. Take it to land.
Let's go, land ho! It is just gorgeous out today. And you know, Bianca, a lot of people think that here in Dream Homes we have the easiest job in the world. But the reality is it can be quite tiring.
It's a big space. I mean, then we just took a tour on that man-made pond and the beautiful paddle boat.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty tired, but how cool is it to live on 53 acres, have your own pond, a rose garden, a fountain? What else could you ask for?
Well, how about an outdoor lawn bowling court?
Well, my dream home would have an indoor lawn bowling court, but I guess an outdoor will do. I'm excited to check that out, but I think we should stay hydrated because when you're involved with, you know, heavy sports like lawn bowling, it's important to be refreshed.
Well, Peter, that was definitely one of my favorite homes, and we'll show you more of that stunning English manor later in the show.
Right now, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to show you a $1 million bedroom. Welcome back to Dream Homes. Now, if you're wondering why we're not in front of a house right now, it's because we're at the end of season 1 and we're taking a look at some of our favorite memories.
Now, Peter, in the course of one season, you went from having a pregnant wife to a new beautiful daughter.
That's right, it's been quite the year for us, very busy. Now, Bianca, you still have a lot to learn about kids, and well, we're going to see why right now when we look at one of our favorite bedrooms.
I'm very excited to get a tour of your room with you. Do you like this space?
So you can probably tell this is my first time interviewing a 3-year-old.
That's one of your toys?
This is my toes.
Oh. Are you a big fan of your dad's artwork?
Yes.
Yes?
I think it's going really well.
You've got a great bed here. Is that comfortable in the evenings?
No.
Okay, so that didn't totally work.
Yeah, Bianca, I think your interview's going real well. Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you ask him about the current economic state of America?
I'm just gonna take it in another direction.
Do you like to paint too? What do you like about painting? Oh, you could also paint nails.
There it is. I knew we'd have something in common.
Wait, Bianca was worried she wouldn't have something in common with a 3-year-old?
And then it happened. I asked him about his passion for music, and I had my Barbara Walters moment.
No Mick Jagger, no Bruce Springsteen here. You want to be like?
Prince. Yeah.
Prince, we have another thing in common. He's one of my faves. Raspberry beret.
Stop it.
You've got a guitar here, but you also have your Prince guitar. So I'm hoping that we can jam right now together.
Now, I wish we could show you that whole interview. It was a little bit awkward. Bianca, next time you talk to a 3-year-old, maybe don't treat him like he's 30.
Some sound advice, Peter. Now into one of my favorite bedrooms. This is a downtown Vancouver penthouse that recently sold for $25 million.
Now, here we are in the master bedroom, and this is your favorite room, is it not?
It is my favorite room. It's really an oasis from everything hectic and frightening in the world. This is the place where nothing bad can happen to you. And it is this cocoon of miles of silk.
To take an empty room like the bedroom and figure out what they want and make it perfect is a really great skill. I mean, I don't think I'd do that. I'd end up going on Craigslist and furnishing it with a deer head on the wall or something. It's nice because you can sit down, you can watch TV on the internal system, but also you can close the blinds and the curtains with the internal system that runs throughout the house.
The house is smart. It is all completely wired, all the lighting, all the blinds.
And if you want to take a nap in the middle of the day, you can just shut those curtains and it's like nighttime.
All the audiovisual equipment, it's all integrated, and it can be operated from a number of touchpads within the home, which can also be done remotely.
You can have it set up to the second where you open the door and have music play. I'd play Welcome Back Cotter, except I'd remix it to Welcome Back Peter, just so I felt like I was coming home every time. Hey, thank you.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Is Peter allowed to operate the touchpad?
Peter allowed to operate the touchpad with supervision.
What, I need supervision to push some buttons? Come on, Robert, I thought we were friends.
You have the services of the hotel at your disposal as well for cuisine, cleaning.
Great amenity to have. I often will text my wife on my way home and ask her to do those things. She usually never responds, and if she does, you can imagine what it says.
I'm sure she'd like to text you some things that you should be doing automatically.
Well, Peter, I have to say that's one of the most technically advanced bedrooms I have ever seen.
It's quite impressive. Now, Bianca, one of my goals for season 1 was to either get invited back or possibly stay the night at one of the homes we visited. Thankfully, in Gibson's, I finally came through. Let's have a look.
Morning, Bianca.
Not only do we get to sleep in a $10 million mansion, Jim has cooked us breakfast. Amazing.
Well, I hope everything's organic.
And for you, Peter?
Wow, this looks incredible.
And how was your evening?
We kept ourselves entertained.
I'm glad to hear it.
Thank you so
Enjoy
much.
your breakfast.
Now, which fork do I use?
Well, Peter, I think that was the perfect way to end the show. And we really do have to say a big thank you to all the homeowners who, well, let us into their homes.
That's right, and none of them called the cops on us, which we really appreciate. But you're right, the homeowners have been so great. It's been a lot of fun, and they're all so welcoming.
Absolutely. There's only one thing left to do, and that's toast to season 2.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Now that was one of the prize homes you could win through the BC Children's Hospital.
Welcome back. Today's show is, no, I didn't believe that. Welcome back. Didn't feel like I was actually welcoming you back.